Real quick, guys, I'm going live tomorrow at 7 p.m. on Retro Blasting's channel. This is like my last live that I'm going to do with other people for a long time, and it will be on Retro Blasting's channel. The link to it is in the description below. 7 p.m. Be there, comment, say what's up. I'll be watching. What is going on, everybody? Articulated Ninja here. And today, we are talking about my second Sentinel figure. I only found this figure because I looked up what else the company has, considering their Peter B. Parker was my #1 figure of all of 2022. So I said, let me see what else this company got. I found this Sentinel Fighting Armor Black Panther. And I guess it's supposed to be like an Iron Man suit. They're doing all of the Avengers with the Iron Man tech, basically. I said, okay, let me look it up on YouTube before I buy it, just to see if it's going to be good. And nobody, almost, I think I found like one or two videos on this figure. Nobody's talking about it. So I said, hey, if I get it and it's good, I'll be one of the few to actually talk about a figure that I like that's under the radar right now. And if I get it and it's bad, I'm just gonna sit in the corner and cry because of how much I paid for it. But I don't have to cry today. Nobody's crying today because this shit was actually really good. I'm not sure who's working at Sentinel and like overseeing the Marvel products, but please, man, pay them more. Pay them more. Don't do what Hasbro would do and fire them. No, please, because they are doing a good job with these Marvel figures. A good action figure helps me escape from any BS going on in the world. It just, for the 5 minutes that you open it, you're posing it, you're moving it around, you place it on a shelf. During that entire time, it's just like this form of escapism. I don't know how many of you guys can relate to opening up a really good action figure, and for that time being, a lot of issues or problems, drama, whatever, just disappears. It disappears. You get those nostalgia feelings. It just takes you back, man. Especially when it's an action figure that you were unsure about, or you just didn't know if it was going to be good or not. When those hit, damn, those hit. And this figure for me was definitely one of those. Now let's break down why. All right, so y'all know what time it is. Let's check out D-ass on this action figure. Hey, yo! Pause. I'm talking about detail, articulation, accessories, and size. Where's your mind at? Detail. Yo, as far as detail's concerned, there's so many different types of shades of black here. There's like a charcoal black, onyx, but there's just so many different types. And you guys can see just from these shots, like, one, I'm sorry that my fingerprints are all over it, but I had my hands all over this figure because it was just so fun to play around and move. But trying to focus in on the detail, I just feel like I'm trying, but I'm not giving it the justice that it deserves, because god damn, this figure is nice, man. Like, the detail is really good, and I wasn't expecting it to be that good. I don't know why. Maybe all my Iron Man figures are legends, so I understand this isn't a comparison. It's two different price points completely, but damn, the detail is here. Not only is it different shades of black, but the purple, it's like a purple bluish. I'm trying to pick it up the best I can to show you guys. That's in the heart in the center, the purple that's in the pulsars, in the hands and the feet, and it has a metallic glitter to it. Like, it looks really nice. So the detail, as far as the paint apps and the detail and the sculpting, I definitely see it. I definitely like it here.
Superhero landing. Yeah, that's really hard on your knees.
And I think this is the category that surprised me the most, because I said, oh, this is a bulky ass Iron Man suit. And some of the pieces on this figure are actually die cast. Yes, actual metal. This figure has some weight to it. It's probably, if you're gonna think about a standard Legends, this weighs probably about 3 to 4 standard Legends because of the die cast pieces on it. So I thought it would be clunky and just maybe not so nice to move, not so smooth, stiff in certain places, and it's not. And the articulation as far as the range of motion is really good. I wasn't expecting it to be this good because this is more of an Iron Man suit style Black Panther. So I said, okay, maybe he won't be that movable, but he has the butterfly joints. He has just so much articulation in general, way more than I was expecting. And I'm so used to domestic companies doing like drop down ball hinges in the crotch area that the actual ball hinge drops down. That on this, not sure if this is just an import thing, but there's drop down like thighs. So where the thigh swivel is at, it actually, you can pull it down and drop it down more. This way you can get more range for splits, high kicks. When you're in flight poses, you're able to bring the thighs and the legs closer together, but all in all, it just gives you more range. And I thought that that was pretty cool, pretty creative. And we do have double hinged knees, which is really good. The calf and the thigh are able to touch because of the little indent there. And I really like when figures could do that, because that lets me know they can crouch down really well. Also, the ankles. I just want to talk about the ankles real fast. They're really strong, and I'm assuming they have to be because of the die cast on this figure, the weight of this figure, but these ankles are really good. You guys can see right here, it can literally touch the figure's back. Unnecessary, not really needed for me, but it just goes to show how good they actually are. If I pull it out really hard, I can get the entire peg out, but that peg is in there really good, so you don't have to worry about that just popping out. But I like how long the actual stem of that peg is as well. And this little armor piece here folds up so you can get better range out of the foot. You could pull the peg out here too. And I didn't heat this figure up. It's taken a little bit of strength to do it, and it like pops back in, which is really nice. But you get full range of motion because that little armor piece actually does slide up. So that is pretty convenient and helpful. Honestly, for me here, the articulation really holds up. I went to Google and just typed in like Black Panther poses, and some of the first few things that popped up, I was 100% able to do with this figure, seriously. And this is all, I'm just showing articulation, all without the flight stand. If we include the flight stand that comes with the figure, it's like a no contest. I just try to do it without the flight stand because I see like majority of people, including myself, I don't pose figures on shelves with flight stands normally. So I try to just leave the flight stand out. Flight stand is like cheating if I'm going to talk about how articulated the figure is. If the figure can't stand up on its own without using the stand that comes with the figure, then it's a garbage figure for me personally. So basically I just leave the flight stand out. But if we include the flight stand, it is ridiculous the amounts of poses that you're going to be able to get this guy into. But like I said, leave that thing out of here, and you guys can see it can even balance on one leg. I do like just seeing if I could balance the figure on its own weight, and it's going to be a little bit harder on the rotating display stand. And when a figure can balance itself on one leg, I think that's pretty dope, because all that shows me is that if I decide to put it on a shelf like that, as long as there's no damn earthquakes and no toy soldier things happening at nighttime, then the figure should be able to stay up on the shelf in a nice kicking pose or a nice, balanced pose. So in terms of accessories, there's not a lot that comes with this figure. 2 pairs of hands, making a total of 6 hands, and a spear, and of course the flight stand that actually comes with the figure. So you got the flight stand, the spear, and basically 2 other pairs of hands. It doesn't bother me that much. Of course, I wish there would have been another head sculpt, or a maskless head sculpt or whatever, but it's not a big deal because for what I'm getting here, I do feel like there's a lot of quality. There's a lot of quality, there's a lot of detail, and the paint apps on everything is really, really good. The nails on the figure, the sharpness, the claws, the spear alone, the detail on the spear, I like how it's really glossy and really shiny. It has that vibranium look to it. So I'm okay with what we get here. The only thing for me, I wish that there would have been another head sculpt that they could have thrown in, but hey, it is what it is. And here he is next to some legends, and I like that his size is a little bit bigger because it should be a person inside of this suit. I do feel like his arms could be a little bit bigger, but overall I like the size here. And then here we have him next to some classified, some of my Dora Milaje, and then an Action Force Swarm Trooper. So I like his size here overall because once again, this is a person inside of a suit. And then here he is next to some more African American or black action figures from Valorverse, and I like his scale here as well. And it only makes sense to throw him next to some Iron Man legends. And then here we have him with some more legends, including that massive Hulkbuster. Overall, I like this figure a lot. I know it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. I'm just showing you guys what I like on my channel. And I try to stay in the price range of, like, now I guess a standard figure is like 30 bucks, but I try to not spend more than $40 to $50 on any figure usually. And this guy got me, man, and I don't feel bad. I don't regret it. It was actually really good and really worth it in my opinion. So even though he was more pricey, I got him for about 96 bucks on Amazon. My affiliate link is in the description below, so I do appreciate it when you guys use that link. But it was 96 bucks, and that's the cheapest that I found it for. Cheaper than Big Bad, cheaper than eBay. That's the cheapest that I was able to find this guy for. So I just pulled the trigger on him, and I don't feel bad at all. Once again, for me, it was worth it. I'm not trying to sell you guys nothing as usual, and that's why I'm so selective where, you know, I'm just not posting every single legends that come out, every single figure that comes out for whatever line, because I'm really selective with my money. And sometimes I get figures and they just don't make me happy, so I don't post them. I don't feel motivated to make videos about them. But this guy, definitely, I'm good with. Every universe has multiverses, and for me, in this, if we're going to travel across the multiverse, this could either be a futuristic version of Black Panther that they go into the future and get maybe a universe where him and Shuri are together still and he survived, so we have a futuristic Black Panther. Or this could be a universe where, you know, now that Shuri and Riri are cool, maybe Riri designed an Iron Man suit for Shuri. I think that would work, and that would be pretty dope in my mind. So on my shelf, I would like that as well. You know, I try to keep my videos short and simple, guys. I am going live with retro blasting tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow, I'm going live at 7 p.m. The link to get to that live stream is in the description below, or you can just head over to Retro Blasting's channel. It will be there as well. But come over, stop by in the comments. The last time I was live, the comments were super crazy. Everything was happening so fast. It was my first live experience. I sucked, but I'm gonna try to handle things a little bit better this time around. I'm going to be paying attention to the comments as well. So stop by, come say what's up, leave a comment. And that's it for this one, man. You want this Black Panther figure? The link for it is in the description below. Be safe, everybody. Peace. Toy photography and army buildings, all that I need is action figures. Toy photography and army buildings, all that I need, action figures. Don't buy me a thing, I told my girl that all that I need is action figures. Exclusives on my mind, so I won't stop until that figure's mine. And if you feel the same in life, subscribe and stick around for action figures. G.I. Joe, classified, Marvel Legends on my mind, Valorverse and NECA time, Mythic Legions I must find.